Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another EPLP starring Colamisu. So today I'll be taking on the fourth and final level of the Terrestrial Plane, the air levels, the boss of which is the Dragonfly King, even though he's really nothing like a dragonfly. And exposition. Kind of curious why Chakan hasn't killed this Dragonfly King if they've both been alive for millions of years. Whatever. Alright, so this level is one of the most annoying in the first four because everything below where you start is a bottomless pit. So if you miss any of these ledges at all, you're pretty much most likely going to fall into an bottomless pit and die. Which I guess doesn't really matter since you have infinite lives, but it wastes time in your hourglass. Now, see, I kind of sneaky here and climb along the top of the roof, bottom of the platform, whatever you want to call it. So even though I was closer to the right side, I went to the left. It's because there's all those potions there. Now, because I had 4 of both the green and clear potions, I went ahead and used that so I could get invulnerability for this guy, just because he's kind of annoying with the rock tossing. But anyways, I could probably kill him without, but it's simpler and free spell. So yeah, this guy, when he dies, will drop 2 clear potions, even though they're behind that rock, so you can't really tell that they're clear potions. That's why I opened my inventory twice there. And killing him opens the door so that you can go get your hammer. The other side is technically the same, it just doesn't have all the potions, so yeah. Now the hammer is good for breaking certain blocks and ice. But anyways, the reason I left this level for last is because you need both the grappling hook and the axe to get through this. Grappling hook for the first level and the axe for this door here. I tried to do this level first earlier. It did not work out because I couldn't get through the door. What the fuck? Anyways, those little slugs with axes are pretty much the main enemy in this level. They kind of show up on every sizable ledge, but they pretty much run away if you hold your weapon out. So, you'll see how you do that a little bit ahead of here. After getting yet another green potion that I can't even hold. You definitely don't want to fall off that ledge, by the way, because that pit is a bit too deep for you to jump out of normally, so you'd have to use magic to get out. And that's kind of a pain. Anyways, just head for the top and eventually you'll end up right here where the mini-boss to move on to the next level is. He's basically like the guy in the other level, except he has a headdress, which makes him awesome. And he's got a metal cock. I guess that's supposed to be a thong, but whatever. Now, you notice I'm cutting this a little bit close on the fight here because it was much more difficult than the other one for some reason. I'm very lucky that he only does 1 damage. I'm also lucky that beating the level takes priority over taking damage from enemies that are still there after you beat it. Alright, and now probably the most rage-worthy boss in the entire game. Dragonfly King, who looks absolutely nothing like a dragonfly. I don't see why they call him the Dragonfly King. There were proper dragonflies in the water ones. But anyways, this guy's hitbox is rather annoying. His entire sword, the claw that's holding onto it, and the stinger at the bottom are all parts that can damage you. So you basically have to jump into his stomach and then spin attack and then jump back out the same way because he turns around when you hit him like that. Of course, sometimes he'll still go to the left, which causes problems. Now, if you just try to jump up and smack him in the stomach normally, you're going to get stabbed by the stinger, because if you notice, every time he gets hit, he has a reflex to poke the stinger out. So, if you hit him normally, you will get stung. Except for right there, for some reason I didn't. But whatever. It takes about 20 hits with the grappling hook to make him change his tactics a little bit. And all that. Yes, it's true that the axe, hammer, and scythe all do more damage than the grappling hook and the sword, but they also make it so you can't double jump, and that's kind of a huge deal for this boss. So that's why they're not being used. You may also notice that I jump to the left of where I attack from after I land. That's to trick him into moving a certain way. So now he started charging because he's close to death, and a couple of lucky hits while I'm moving off to the right. Now the reason I'm moving off to the right is because all the way at the right, directly below that door, 3 potions. So my strategy for this was to just, once he started charging like that, go ahead and use invulnerability, but I didn't know that he only had 1 hit left. It sucked. Now, this part is kind of weird. I'm assuming the emulator messed up, because there are definitely 3 songs going on at once right here. There's the normal song that plays when the hourglass comes up, the song from the boss fight, and then if you listen very closely, there's another song underneath that that isn't used anywhere else in the game. So you can hear it. And yeah, there you go. That is the end of the 4th video of Chakan the Forever Man. That marks the halfway point in the game. Thank you all for watching, and good night. Enjoy the spinny antics on the dial in the background there. Good night.